absurd that a player could do this? And as someone like yourself that played this game at the highest level, what kind of appreciation do you have for what we're watching nightly?
Well, John, I think he just really likes bobbleheads, and he wanted to have a new one for next year, a different one that says 50-50 to change it all up. Right. So that's real. I mean, Shohei is really about just pleasing the fans, and he does that on a daily basis. And yes, as a fan, I really do appreciate and marvel at what he's doing, still going out there, doing it both on the mound and at the plate.
You know, it's amazing. I wish Don Newcomb had this type of opportunity, because Don Newcomb back in the day could swing that thing. But make no mistake about it, what Shohei Ohtani is doing offensively on the mound, what we saw last night, 5 innings, that's a great lineup the Phillies had, and he had them baffled. And oh, by the way, it goes about 455 feet. Incredible athlete, but not only is he a great athlete, he's polished on the pitching side, hitting side as well. We're watching truly something special.
So maybe next year he'll have 50-50-50. He can steal 50 bags, hit 50 homers, 50 strikeouts.
This is what I want. This is what I want. Okay, Shohei's listening. He's watching right before he takes the field. At some point, Shohei, in a game, he's going to hit a bomb, come in, play the outfield, hold somebody at the plate, and in the 9th inning come in and close the game. That's going to happen. Save the tape. Shohei.
And steal a base in the game, too.
Save it.
All right, well, given the circumstances, Jerry, I know you're saying tonight's a must-win game for the Dodgers, and really all 11 games that are remaining on the schedule, very important for these Dodgers. And if they're going to succeed down the stretch and in the postseason, they're going to need the bullpen to come through. Those guys in that bullpen, they need to recapture that dog mentality they had all of last year over this final week and a half and into October.
Listen, sometimes you need to press the reset button. Understand, yes, the season for a couple of these guys didn't go the way it should have gone, but at the same time, you have these 11 games to get yourself right and have a monster postseason. I guarantee you, you have a great postseason and win the World Series, nobody's going to remember what happened during the regular season. So get yourself right. There's a lot of guys in that bullpen that have had tremendous success throughout their careers. Also, the young guys have had success early on. Don't forget that.
We've had these guys have success just not so long ago in this season. We've seen that. We've interviewed these guys, and we've always asked them, like, collectively, you guys, you're a family out there in the bullpen. What is it when it seems like every time that door's opening, somebody's coming out there and getting the job done, giving the team a chance to win, putting up those zeros so the offense can come back with some of these comeback wins? And they've always said is, you know, we go out there with a plan and we execute with conviction. We're confident to go out there and attack the hitters. It's about no free passes. They need to get that mentality back.
Yeah.
Heard earlier about Dave Roberts mentioning these guys losing confidence. They have to have that confidence back, trusting that they can get these big league hitters out, trust their stuff, attack these guys, and go execute.
And Shohei did his part last night on the mound. He goes 5 no-hit innings, no mark. Tonight, the Dodgers looking to Blake Snell to do the same.
He's got to go out there and continue putting up zeros, give him a chance to win. The starters have been doing an excellent job.
Strike one.
All right, it's the Dodgers in the final game of this series against the Philadelphia Phillies. Blake Snell and final warm-up throws in the bullpen. He's about to take the mound against a really good Phillies lineup. First pitch is coming up. Joe, Jessica, take it away.
All right, John, welcome to Dodger Stadium. Final game of this 3-game series between the Dodgers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Dodgers trying to avoid the sweep. 6-4 Padres trying to win the series against the Mets in New York. That game in the 9th inning. Manny Machado with a grand slam, the difference. And so the playoff picture looks like this. The Dodgers with a 2-game edge, at least for the moment, hoping that the Mets can come back and win that game in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Phillies just a game and a half back of the Brewers for the best record in the National League. We welcome inside. Hope you're having a great week. Joe Davis, Jessica Mendoza, Kirsten Watson joins us in a moment. They've been entertaining, tense games, but the Phillies have come out on top in both, getting to the Dodger bullpen in both.
Oh, and you think about what that means when you've got 11 games left in the season and where the standings are and where everything stands. We just talked about the Padres, but you have so many different teams and who the Dodgers are going to be competing against. Everyone is fighting for something right now, and it continues even after this series.
Let's go down to Kirsten.
Thanks, Joe. Well, as you mentioned, with this bullpen right now, even in this series alone, the bullpen has allowed 14 of the 15 runs that the Phillies have put on the board board. So it's no secret there is some frustration amongst that group because it's not due to a lack of trying or hard work. Dave Roberts made it clear last night that when it comes to this group, it's clear there's a lack of confidence, and they're going to have a short-term memory and not be afraid to fail. So the hope is today they can get back on track, but to regain that confidence, Dave said it starts with 1, their mindset, 2, the conviction with their pitches, and then 3, the results will come. If they can do that, they can get going with 11 games left and be in a good spot for the postseason, guys.
All right, Kirsten, and despite the 2 losses, man, let's never take for granted what we get to watch each night with Shohei Ohtani. Last night, 5 no-hit innings on the mound, and his 50th home run of the year.
Oh, he had the good stuff, though, going last night, Joe. I mean, the 5 no-hit innings, the stuff was absolutely amazing. 6 different pitches that he had, getting the swing and miss, and, of course, the long ball, doing it from both sides. Shohei Ohtani being Shohei.
It's a matchup of left-handers in this series finale. Jesus Luzardo goes for the Phillies. Blake Snell counters for the Dodgers. We've got first pitch coming up on Sportsnet LA.
Lowe's knows when you start grilling, the guest list starts growing. That's why we help you get everything you need and more.
Mind if I crash the party?
Dak Prescott.
To help make the
that cambio.
All right, Dodgers trying to salvage 1 out of this 3-game series with the Padres leading 7-4 over the Mets in the 9th inning. First pitch, Blake Snell on the mound is coming up next.
Panther Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's spicy chicken strips are back with new hot honey. Try a 2-piece snack box starting at $5.50. And by your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Ramon Laureano has hit a home run in the top of the 9th inning, so the Padres lead now 7-4 to the bottom of the 9th inning in New York. Looks like the pressure will be put on the Dodgers to try to keep that 2-game lead in the division. Kyle Schwarber has gone deep in this series, 53 for the season. Faces a left-hander today, but has gone deep 22 times against left-handers this year. Ohtani yesterday joined him in the 50 home run club this season. The first two to reach 50 in the National League this year. And again, going head-to-head tonight. Lineup for the Phillies in the finale looks like this, with Schwarber to bat second behind Harrison Bader. Bryce Harper's at first base hitting third. And it's JT Realmuto doing the catching. Nick Castellanos gets his first start of the series with Max Kepler in left field. He had one of the 3 home runs yesterday. Otto Kemp's at third base hitting seventh. Weston Wilson having a nice series at second base. And the shortstop is Bryson Stott. On the mound for the Dodgers, Blake Snell. He struck out a season-high 11 over 6 scoreless innings his last time against the Rockies, and that was a nice bounce-back performance for him after he gave up 5 in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was the best start. It was good to see, especially the stuff, his ability to attack hitters, finish them off. Of course, the changeup and curveball, a whole nother level for a guy who has struck out more batters in the course of his career, 2 Cy Youngs. You look at that last start, the 4-seam changeup, curveball, and slider. How about the change in the curve? 0 hits. It's 2 of his best pitches.
Happy to be home. He's the #1 home pitcher in the National League this year. Blake 4-1 with a 144 on this Dodger Stadium mound that he always pitched well on prior to coming to the Dodgers, and one of the reasons he wanted to put this uniform on. Loves pitching here. These Phillies have won 15 of their last 19 games and trying to sweep a series at Dodger Stadium for the first time in 14 years. Blake Snell trying to stand in their way. He's never beaten the Phillies during the regular season, although does have a win against the Phillies in the postseason in the championship series in 22 when he was with the Padres. 6-5 in 10 innings on Monday, 9-6 yesterday, both to the Phillies. Here we go with the finale. Snell to Bader. Off we go with a pop fly. 1 pitch. And 1 out.
Surprised, right? I mean, this has been the Phillies' MO this entire series. Taking Hack's first pitch. So much the same. Kyle Schwarber coming up right now. Bryce Harper, a very aggressive Phillies team.
22
able to get his upper
Schwarber's
half
53 home runs this year have been lefty-lefty home runs, which is tied for the most in a single season in baseball. This 1-1 from Snell fouls it back, and it's 1-2. That fastball right there of Blake Snell's is the one-pitch statistic. The 1949 season of Stan Musial. Opponents are hitting .330 against his fastball, but just .182 against everything else. Comes home with a 1-2 pitch and strikes out Schwarber, sticking with the hard stuff.
Taking it up to 96 miles an hour, elevates this pitch. And for Kyle Schwarber, he's thinking, okay, everything I'm going to see is probably middle away instead up and in for strike 3.
First strikeout of the game for Snell. If he and the Dodgers get 7 of those today, everybody's going to get a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink tomorrow to munch on while you watch the Dodgers and Giants open their series. Starts Bryce Harper with a slider. That's a pitch that he's only thrown 8 times over the last 2 games, as the curveball and the changeup, as you were detailing, have taken preference. But against the former MVP, breaks 1 out, and then a fastball out of that same window to make it 0-2. Coming out attacking. Now Blake Snell is in the strike zone less than anybody in the National League. In this first inning, though, 8 pitches, 7 of them strikes, and he retires the side in order. with Rojas at second. Pages has been hot. He's in left hitting 7. Kike Hernandez at third, and Ben Rortvedt does the catching. 5 no-hit innings in a 50th home run last night for Ohtani. Chops the first one that he sees to second, and everybody coming out aggressive in this game. 1 pitch, 1 out on both sides.
And dig it. Get right in there. Jesus Luzardo been very effective against the Dodgers, actually in his career, but his last out April 4th, 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, then 8 strikeouts. His career average against LA, 1.82. And you look at his arsenal back in April. The 4-seam, the sweeper, which has been a new pitch for him, kind of curbing that curveball, changeup, slider, and did not throw the sinker at all. That's a pitch that he's gotten rid of.
Pours in a strike on Mookie Betts. It's been a roller coaster first year for him with the Philadelphia Phillies. Started off with the A's, then he went to the Marlins, traded to the Phillies this offseason. He got off to a remarkable start. Part of that was the game that you just told us about against the Dodgers. Through his first 10 starts, he had a 1.95. But over the next 10 starts, there might have been some pitch tipping in there. He was messing with his mechanics, just didn't quite feel right, wasn't attacking the way that he often does. He had an 8 ERA over a 10-start stretch. But as he smoothed it out, I don't know if this is when the roller coaster starts to go up or when it goes down, but you get the point. The last month and a half, he's got a sub-3 ERA. Here's a check swing, bouncing ball to second for Weston Wilson. 2 up and 2 down in this first. I was at his last start last Thursday against the Mets. It's one of the most impressive things I've seen all year. The Mets went 5 for their first 6 and scored 4 runs. The bullpen was warming. Luzardo was on the ropes. Not only did he settle in, he went 22 up and 22 down from there and completed 8 innings.
Says everything about Luzardo and how much he's, by the way, adapted throughout his career. But then in game, big game, by the way, against the Mets. And you're right, it didn't look like he was going to get out of the first inning. He ended up going 8 innings.
Last Philly to do that, give up 4 runs in the first inning and then go 8. Steve Carlton. The last Philly to do that, 4 runs and then go 8 and win the way that Luzardo did, another Hall of Famer, Robin Roberts in 1955. 1 ball, 1 strike on Hernandez. Changeup that he threw right there. The Mets were hitless against. He's back home with a 1-1. A fastball misses in, playing up to 98. Really everything has played up as he synced those mechanics again the last month plus. 27 years of age. He was born in Peru. Family moved to Florida when he was a kid. And now his 7th major league year.
It's 1 of 1. First player to come out of Peru. List of countries that you see players to come out of a country for the first time. And I mean, it's such a rare list. It's a special list. Luzardo has been extremely prideful.
He goes full on Teoscar. Doubled and scored yesterday. Is hitting .375 over his last 7 games. Luzardo kicks and fires. Hernandez flies it to center field for Harrison Bader, and a much more smooth first inning for Luzardo this time. Just 11 pitches to go 1, 2, 3. for Blake's first inning against the Phillies. Schwarber and Harper both. So out of the second inning we go. It's JT Realmuto to lead things off for the Phils. Snell trying to continue what has been remarkable starting pitching for the Dodgers in this series. Emmett Sheehan, who had an opener, but you consider him the starter. Emmett Sheehan and Shohei Ohtani, 10 2/3. Only one run on one hit. And it goes back much further than that. The last 10 games, the Dodgers have given up 1 or no hits through 4 innings in 8 of those 10. Soft bounce to short. Mookie Betts on the run, throws him out. 4 up and 4 down for Snell. They've gone final in New York. Juan Soto came to the plate as the tying run in the bottom of the 9th inning, but was retired. And the Padres win that game 7-4, and so the lead for the Dodgers down to a game and a half. Ten games left after tonight.
About to that Padres Mets series, so many teams, Giants and Diamondbacks earlier today, all fighting for a spot, whether it's in the wild card, within the division. A lot of important baseball.
Castellanos takes inside. How about that Giants Diamondbacks game earlier today? Verlander's 7 scoreless innings. Brandon Pfaadt, though, for the Diamondbacks, 9 scoreless innings. It went into the 11th, 0-0. The Giants exploded for 5, won the game 5-1. Giants ended their 4-game losing streak, snapped the Diamondbacks' 4-game winning streak, and so D-backs game and a half back. Reds and Giants 2 back.
10 games left to play for those teams. I mean, it's going to get crazy this next week. The Dodgers are feeling like playing all of those teams before they end their season.
They were talking about that yesterday. They're finishing their year with 17 consecutive games against teams that are in the playoff picture, playing for something. The final road trip is going to be Arizona, who is right there out of the middle of nowhere, and then Seattle. Here's the 2-2 to Castellanos, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Already the 3rd for Snell.
Already the 5th swing and miss too there on the breaking ball. Beautiful job, late Ben, and that's 3 Ks, 4 more. You're getting a free jumbo jack from Jack in the Box tomorrow.
After the 5 no-hit innings for Shohei Ohtani last night, 5 up, 5 down for Blake Snell, and 4 strikeouts away from jumbo jacks already. Max Kepler can't lay off the first pitch. Phillies hit 3 home runs yesterday. Kepler had 1 of those. That's his lone hit of this series against Edgardo Enriquez as part of that 6-run 6.
Taking into the batter's box, get a good look at Kepler's swing, the location up in the zone. Try to have a similar swing on that one. Breaking ball nowhere near the zone. Joe, you mentioned this. I mean, Blake Snell gets such a high amount of swing and miss and doesn't really throw the ball in the strike zone. It's a lot of chase, but a lot of it's not because teams just chase him. It's just that his pitches look like they're going to be strikes until they're not. The bend, the movement that he gets so late, the deception.
You've told us all series how aggressive these Phillies are, so it seems like it should be a good matchup for them.
It should be, and that's exactly talking with some of the Phillies hitters even before the game. They're like, you know what, this is a huge part of what we do, and even against guys like Blake Snell, they don't change their game. There isn't a patience component. You're seeing it right now. Half the pitches that have been thrown have not been in the zone, but they're still taking their hacks. First pitch of this one almost hit the dirt.
Another 1-2 from Snell to Kepler is down and away, and the count evens 2-2. Top 5 chase rate in baseball, leads the majors in swing and miss, and relies on that chase because there's only one pitcher in the National League that is in the strike zone less. Here he comes with the 2-2. Strikes him out with a nasty slider. He's using that pitch more tonight with these left-handers they have.
For the second consecutive year, Mookie Betts has been nominated for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One for the work he has done with his 50/50 Foundation in the community. Fans can vote to recognize who best represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
All right, Kirsten, as Freddie Freeman starts the second inning for the Dodgers, looking to find the first base runner of this game for either side. The two left-handed pitchers have retired the first 9 they've faced together. Freeman drives the ball deep center field. Bader's going back. That ball's leaving the yard. To center field, Freddie Freeman goes deep, and it's 1-0 LA. Seventh home run for the Dodgers in this series.
Giving all the love, talking about Schwarber left on left. Freddie Freeman right up there. Just a great job of being able to see out of the hand, sinker in on the hands.
Tommy Edmonds slaps the ball to left field. There is Kepler for the first out. Another look at that home run.
Two-seam, just middle. This ball was crushed. Deepest part of the yard, 109 miles an hour. Look at that swing. Freddie left on left. He can do it too.
So the Dodgers are on the board first. Miguel Rojas takes a strike. That ended a string of 25 consecutive hitters retired by Luzardo. Rojas is hitting .315 over the last month. Started the first game of this series, had a base hit, came off of the bench yesterday and struck out. The offense has not been the issue. It, for the most part, has picked up where it left off in San Francisco. They've scored 11 runs the first 2 games on 19 hits. Runners in scoring position numbers not great, but a little bit skewed because instead of getting hits, they've gotten sacrifice flies. They have 4 sack flies over the first 2 games. You score 11 runs in 2 games, you got to feel decent about your chances to at least split those 2 games, especially when you consider what the starting pitchers did. But the Phillies have scored 14 runs against the Dodger bullpen in the 2 games.
The most impressive part of those 11 runs is the amount of those runs that came after the Phillies retook a lead. I mean, the Dodgers have scored early, which is a positive, but they've also responded. The Phillies had that huge 6-run 6th inning.
Scorched up the middle and through. Base hit Miguel Rojas.
That's what I've loved about the offense, is the fact that not just doing it in 1 or 2 innings, but even after the gut blows, they've done their part.
And this has been the hottest guy right here. Andy Pages, 2 more hits yesterday, 5 out of 8 in this series, and 7 for his last 13.
The slug has been fun. You see the doubles, all parts of the field. Nice little bat chuck after the solo home run.
Helping to lengthen that lineup. The return of health, guys like Muncy and Tommy Edman has certainly helped that. But then getting Pages going again has as well. 25 home runs in his second year. Talk about the Dodger offense doing well the last few days. They've done it against big-time pitchers, too. In this series against Suarez and against Sanchez, 7 runs against those 2 guys. You go back to Webb on Saturday, Ray on Sunday. Dodgers have scored 18 runs against those 4 all-star pitchers.
Yeah, and some of the top pitchers that you're going to see, not just in the National League, but all of baseball, October-type pitching.
There goes Rojas. Hit and run. First and third for the Dodgers. How about that? Rojas playing the game with his eyes on that ball as it kicks away for a moment.
Credit too to Pages of just finding the ground when you got a hit and run going on. I mean, this is a little old school. You haven't seen this with the Dodgers a whole lot at all. And I love it. Rojas, bottom of the lineup, because of that movement, creates that entire hole. Base hit for Pages where there wouldn't have been one if Rojas hadn't been moving.
Bottom of the order getting the job done for the Dodgers here. It did last night as well, and this was the main guy in that approach. Kike Hernandez hit his first home run since June and knocked in 3.
2-strike shot. I talk about the starting pitching against Christopher Sanchez on the changeup that had been lethal. Second time in his career he gave up a home run on that pitch.
A little bit outside for a ball. So Hernandez started at third today. Max Muncy getting another day off with a left-handed pitcher. Not that he's anything close to a platoon player, but given the injuries that he's suffered the last few days, good excuse to give him a day. 1-1 on Hernandez. Back-to-back singles for the Dodgers. 1-1 to Hernandez. Swung on and missed. That's the pitch that has helped Jesus Luzardo have the great season that he's having. New this year, and it's one thing to add a new pitch. It's another thing to throw it more than any pitcher in baseball. He throws that new sweeper 30% of the time.
With a percentage of 44%, that's second in all of baseball.
Yeah, and then speeds up a fastball. Gets it by Hernandez. 2 out.
He's also changed his arm slot. A much higher slot. He's lowered it down. You see that four seam. I get that late movement.
And it's a return to what his natural arm slot is and what he's done for most of his career. He thought that last year he needed to force it a little bit higher. Thought that would accentuate the movement on his four seam, the rise on the four seam. But he injured his back, he thinks, artificially trying to get that arm up. So it's back down to where it feels best. Gets a chase on Ben Rortvedt with runners at first and third and 2 out.
That lumbar stress reaction he had last year, and now he feels no pain. I mean, just an adjustment. It's crazy to think the movements of a pitcher, that he moves basically that slot of release up and then put pressure on his back, kept him out a few months.
0-2. Very hard on left-handed hitters. This is a tall ask for Ben Rortvedt here. Lefties hit just 193 against Luzardo. But both Dodger catchers active right now are left-handed hitters. And Rortvedt has impressed the team in his first couple weeks with him, hitting .286 in his first 11 games. He's been the catcher for a lot of those no-hit pushes. On the 0-2 pitch, rips a ball into right center field. Rortvedt comes through to score Rojas. Stops with a single. The third two-strike hit of the inning for the Dodgers.
And on what pitch, Joe? I mean, that's what's impressive. You got 2 strikes, and this pitch, the sweeper, the pitch that has been so lethal for Luzardo. You see the reaction there, but he went down to get it. Not a bad location below the knee.
You can see a little bit about why they like this guy. It's not just the production, but even adds a little something extra to the Freddie over there. But enjoying his personality as well.
Benny Biceps. It's already got a nickname.
Let's get a word from Cerritos Auto Square.
The Cerritos Auto Square sells so many cars because they have low prices, and they have low prices because they sell so many.
Back to the top in Ohtani after the 1-2-3 first inning. The bottom 6 in the Dodge order. Having some success against Luzardo. And hitting his 50th home run yesterday and making it back-to-back 50 home run season. We mentioned that it was the first since Alex Rodriguez, first back-to-back 50 home run campaigns. It is only the 6th guy to do it all time. You've got the 4 guys that did it there around the turn of the century, and Babe Ruth. Aaron Judge is about to do it as well. He's got 48 for the Yankees. Two on, 2 out, and Ohtani swings and misses. Strike 2. From the left center field. Kepler's over. He's got it. That's the inning. But the Dodgers score twice. Freddie Freeman starts the inning with a blast to center field. Rortvedt adds on 2-0. 2 in the books. Freddie Freeman starts the scoring with a home run to center field. To the top of the 3rd we go. Dodgers 2, Phillies nothing. Blake Snell goes back to work with Otto Kemp leading off for the Phillies, and a fastball to the inside corner for a strike. Snell has retired the first 6 that he's faced. He struck out 4. Strike one with a fastball, strike two with a curveball. Coming off a game against Colorado where Rockies went 0 for 5 against the curveball. All 5 at-bats that ended in a curve were strikeouts.
He's mixed in the slider a little bit more, too, utilizing that pitch against the lefties.
Home with an 0-2 to Kemp. That's in the dirt and a check swing. Now the 1-2 pitch. Nasty. Nasty curveball for strike three and already his 5th K.
If you put together just the curveball, 2 1/3 innings right now, just the variance of where he's thrown this pitch, both sides of the plate, the depth that he gets, he'll throw it in the zone, out of the zone, just so hard to tell once you start your swing. Is this going to be a strike or is it going to be a ball and a swing and miss? Another one for Blake Snell.
That is 16 Ks in his last 8 1/3. One gone. Weston Wilson attacks that first pitch fastball and fouls it straight back. Well, this is strike throwing at a level that we're not used to seeing with Blake Snell. 20 out of 27 pitches have been strikes. And the fastball command, it's only 2+ innings, it's only 28 pitches, but the fastball command, as good as we've seen it, and is now 10 starts with the team. Let's go of a 1-1. Puts it right where he wants it. Fastball again, strike two. Two-two to Wilson is hit off the end of the bat, foul. That's the changeup. On that pitch more than ever this year, and moving differently.
It's a different pitch. I mean, it's almost, when you look at the metrics on it, the bend on it, the movement, the vertical drop that it's gotten, a lot more swing and miss. It's been such a great pitch because we talk a lot about his curveball, even a slider the last couple years, but the changeup has now been an added piece of another go-to put-away pitch for him. But it's been a different changeup than we've seen the last few years.
That is 4 consecutive Ks and already 6 total for Blake Snell.
It's been so fun to watch starting pitching in this series, and Blake Snell just continues this stretch of dominance. Fastball up in the zone after you're trying to protect on anything down and off speed. Whiff percentage, you don't see over 20% on every pitch that he throws by any pitcher. I mean, he's got over 40% on 3 of them. That's elite. But then the fact that the fastball, you add that's an option. So you get 2 strikes and you're in the batter's box, you don't know what he's going to throw. All of them are options for strikeouts.
Got squeezed a little bit there, and so ball one on Bryson Stott, who brings in a 17-game on-base streak that he extended with a walk yesterday. And hitting .345 in that time. Snell's home with a 2-0. It bends in for a strike. 2-2. He's got that high fastball dialed in right there.
It's literally dotted on the top of the zone. I mean, you see that K-zone box, and it's on the white line every time he's throwing it.
Here he comes to the 2-2. Stott slaps a base hit the other way and becomes the first base runner for the Phillies, extending his on-base streak to 18 games.
One time he brings the fastball, Joe, down in the zone. We talked about how he's been elevated. It just makes it easy for Stott. All he's doing is shorten up 2 strikes, pokes it into left field.
So the inning kept alive and turned around to the back to the top of the order for Harrison Bader, who popped out on the first pitch of the ball game. Dodgers have done a good job on Bader in this series, who came in one of the hottest hitters in the National League over the last month, but he's 1 for 10 with 4 Ks. Started first, 2 out. 1-1 pitch. Bader pulls one left side and through. Back-to-back 2-out hits for the Phillies. And they get Schwarber to the plate here in the 3rd.
And how they got him out back in the first inning. I mean, it was clear plan to be able to not let his bat get extended. Attacked him with fastballs up and in, just consistently 4 straight in on the hands. Ended up getting a strikeout. Not just elevated, but middle 3rd of the plate.
Well, these 2 guys here, these 2 left-handed hitters, Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Schwarber's 2 for 12. Harper 2 for 11 against Snell, but both of them have a home run in those 2 hits. Stott at second, Bader at first. 2 gone in this 3rd inning in a 2-0 game. Snell to Schwarber with the first pitch. It's downstairs. Started him with a slider. One-on-one. Strike 2.
Same exact slot. Slider at 90. Fastball 95, 96. Back to back.
Already 6 Ks for Snell, trying to pitch around these 2 2-out singles. Home of the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Rortvedt.
That's a great job. He took that.
And pounces on that thing.
Mask. Look, he's already down, but watch him get up.
Oof.
Off the neck.
Benny Biceps loves when the ball hits him in the neck.
Impressive. Team's already talked about too also how he's taken on a leadership role, knowing the position that he's playing, how well he's done with the staff. Hasn't been easy. A lot of different catchers.
Deuce is wild in the 3rd. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 to Schwarber is a curve that rains down for strike 3. 7 Ks for Blake Snell over 3 scoreless innings, and how about this starting staff? World champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr. is the only place to get the Western Bacon Cheeseburger. But have you tangoed with the spicy Western Bacon Cheeseburger?
I haven't.
You oughta. It says that in the fine print here on my read. You oughta.
You oughta.
0-2 on Mookie Betts, starting this third for the Dodgers against Jesus Luzardo. We worked a 1-2-3 first inning, then the Dodgers got 2 runs against him in the second. Mookie hitting .373 over a 21-game on-base streak. Although down quickly here, changeup finishes him off, and Luzardo has his second K. Teoscar Hernandez fly to center field his first time against Luzardo, though, is 3 for 6 now with 2 doubles. Started him with a changeup. Loving that off-speed stuff right now. First a change for a strike, now the sweeper, and it's 1-2.
It's been pretty clear watching Jesus Luzardo this season. He doesn't love his fastball. A lot of pitchers like to lean on it. They like to use it to set it up. But between the four seam and the sinker, it's really been the sweeper that he trusts the most, the changeup off of it.
Grounded to short, and Stott, who continues to fill in there for Trey Turner. 2 up and 2 down in the third. And it brings up Freddie Freeman, brings us to our T-Mobile coverage cam. He did not miss his first time up.
109 miles an hour off the bat. 2-seam in on the hands. So fun to watch him swing the bat. Replays of that swing, too. Posture, such a great example of how to hit left on left.
His 21st home run of the year for Freddie Freeman. More than half of those have come since the final game of July. Out an 0-1. Take strike 2. And for a while there, he had started to get back to getting hits, but the power wasn't there. Power has come back the last month and a half. From an offensive perspective, you've got Mookie Betts clearly having figured it out with the top average in the National League since the start of August. You talk about Freddie Freeman, what he's done with the slugging. You don't worry about Ohtani. Teoscar Hernandez last few days much better. Andy Pages the same. The offense in a really good place. With 10 games left after tonight, we're down in order right here, leading 2-0. Get your free Jumbo Jack already. Yeah, Blake Snell's gotten everybody free burgers after 3 innings.
Blake Snell doing Blake Snell stuff. Strikes out, the whiff percentage, getting this Phillies team to chase. And now he's got Bryce Harper. He struck out back in the first.
Yeah, I get strike one on him here.
Much of the same, too. A lot of off-speed away. Clear plan, be able to stay away with the fastball, curveball, and slider. 3 pitches, 3 strikes.
How about the last 2 starts? Opponents against that curveball are 1 for 10 with 9 Ks. One ball, 1 strike on Harper as Snell comes back home and misses away. Sheehan, Ohtani, and Snell. You put them together in this series. And the Phillies are 3 for 44. Curveball grounded to first in Freddie Freeman. One first baseman to another for the first out of the 4th.
Last 2 starts, I mean, you talk about the curveball, but really it's been all the pitches, all 4. And I mean, you can see why it's so hard to hit. I mean, it's coming at you red, green, blue, all of the different pitches that he throws and the way that he's gotten his strikeouts. That's 18 through his last 2 starts. Tonight he already threw 3 innings pitched. He's got 7.
Realmuto takes a change for a strike. Realmuto had yesterday off after he knocked in the winning run in the 10th inning on Monday night. Defying Father Time, defying the typical aging curve for a catcher. He catches as many innings as anybody, continues to perform at a high level. The overall numbers this year are a little bit deceiving. He got off to a nightmarish start, well below 200 over the first month, but at around 300 since. 34 years old, 12 years as one of the best, and one of the most well-rounded. Continues to do every part of the game for a catcher well.
Feels like the year of the catcher between Cal Raleigh, what he's doing, Will Smith, what he's done this season with the Dodgers, JT Realmuto having that response after struggling early on. We've seen some pretty remarkable things from catchers this season, unlike any other season before. When you're asking more from them than we've ever had before.
You know, the last 8 years, Realmuto has caught 1,000 more innings than anybody else. That's a lot of toll on those legs. You know, last year, midseason, he had knee surgery midway through, and it was like, okay, well, this is knee surgery for a catcher. This has got to be sort of the beginning of the end. And that was affirmed with the bad start that he had this year. But now you look up at the full picture, and it's another really good year for him. On a 2-2 from Snell, he pops it into right field. Teoscar Hernandez moves over there and puts it away. And a word from Morongo.
Mosin Happy Hour. Half-price cocktails, beers, and bites. Morongo.
Only 2 base runners for the Phillies against Snell so far. Castellanos to the plate here. 2 out of 17, 10 Ks against Snell in his career. And this is the ultimate bad matchup. We talk about, you know, for Blake it being a good matchup. This is the best matchup for him because the guy that is the most aggressive of the bunch and the most willing to chase is right here in Castellanos. And it's the one thing that's kept Nick from taking that jump to be an elite hitter. There have been stretches where he's been really good, all-star caliber hitter, but when he's fallen out of that, when he's been unable to sustain it, it's been because there's been too much of that. Blake Snell's got 8 Ks over 4 scoreless innings.
2026 Dodger memberships are on sale now. Select memberships include access to purchase a 2025 postseason opening day, exclusive member event access, and more. Visit Dodgers.com/memberships.
Dodgers up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and Tommy Edman leads it off, coming off back-to-back multi-hit games. Jesus Luzardo delivers a changeup to open the inning and misses away.
Be interesting too, Tommy Edman, with the ankle injury he's had throughout the season. He says it doesn't bother him at all when he's hitting. It's been on defense at times, and he's playing center field. In this game, the variety of defensive positions that he plays, but he'll get tested.
Golfs one in the air to left field. Kepler's got room. One away. And he said mostly it's that first step, right? It's that explosive first step. Once he hits full speed, he doesn't really feel it either.
Think about how important that first step is. I mean, all positions, but definitely center field. The jump that you have to get.
With Edman going out to center tonight, Miguel Rojas in the game at second base. Did it again. Singled and scored his first time. Putting on 72 this year. Remember that he wore when he was a rookie, when he broke in with these Dodgers more than a decade ago. He said he was hoping that it would stir up a little bit of youth in him, get some freshness to his legs. Yeah, he might not look like the spry, 24-year-old that debuted with the Dodgers. Might not have stirred that up. They'll take exactly what they've got wearing 72 these days.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the numbers that he's had, especially since August 30th, batting .326.
And the leadership that he brings, that no 24-year-old wearing 72 is ever going to be capable of.
Just the knowledge of the game that he's had, and honestly, the defensive knowledge. Yes, we love the bat. That's the bonus, but really, his influence with Mookie Betts. Watching him play so many different positions, the passion that he has, pride on defense.
On this 1-2 from Luzardo, he's able to lay off, and the count evens 2-2. The part of the issue in recent years has been they've had to play him a little bit more than they wanted to in a perfect world. This year they've been able to play him every few days, keep him fresh. He's down on strikes here, 2 out, and he's done a better job of embracing that role and not fighting against what he sees as reality on this roster. It's going to be hard to be in there every day. Not only accepting that role, but embracing it and thriving in it. And he's been their best pinch hitter this year. So whatever they've asked of him, he's done well. 2 up and 2 down in this 4th inning. Andy Pages singled his first time and is now 8 for his last 14. Two balls, 1 strike. On the 3-1, Pages looks at ball 4. First walk that they've taken against Luzardo. And the inning kept alive for Kike Hernandez.
Number 8, Kike Hernandez.
Bottom of the order in this series for the Dodgers, 343, 6 through 9. 3 hits and a walk tonight. There goes Pages from first. Throw from Realmuto. Not in time. He just got in there. And he got a chunk of Weston Wilson in the process.
This cleat got stuck on his pant leg. Literally gets caught right into it.
We've talked about Andy going from 13 home runs as a rookie to 25 in his second year. How about stolen bases going from 1 as a rookie to 14 in his second year? Puts him into scoring position here with 2 gone in the 4th. The 1-2 from Luzardo to Hernandez. Inside, and it's 2-2. To center field. Pages to third.
Ball just sailed away. No need to even make that throw. Pages not far off the bag. No chance.
Now a 2-2. A little bit low, ball 3. 2 out walk from Pages. Steals second, takes third on the throw. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and the Dodgers now with a run 90 feet away. Can Hernandez come through? Into center field, you bet he can. Dodgers take advantage of this little 2-out chance and lead it 3-0. Kike's knocked in 4 the last 2 days.
Another 2-strike hit, too, for Kike Hernandez. He had the home run, and look at his swing, 50%. Literally just takes the sweeper and meets it. A beautiful job with 2 strikes. Just fine grass. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Knocks in another for LA.
So now it's Rortvedt taking a strike. And Rortvedt did his part to contribute to that bottom of the order really thriving.
It's his 9th hit in 12 games with the Dodgers. He gets 6 in 26 games with Tampa. It's been red hot in this Dodger uniform.
Cracks his bat on a flare to right. On comes Castellanos. He's there. And that's the inning. Dodgers go from bases empty, 2 outs to getting a run. World Champion. Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. On this date in 1996, Hideo Nomo did what you're not supposed to be able to do, did what nobody else has done, and that is throw a no-hitter at Coors Field. Strike one from Blake Snell to Max Kepler. It was a miserable night in Denver. First pitch was delayed a couple of hours because of rain. There were storms in the area. Temperatures dipped down into the 40s. The footing was so bad on the mound there that he went to the stretch midway through the game. And pitched exclusively like that the rest of the way and finished off the no-hitter. Closest it's been since. Rockies have had a couple guys pitch into the ninth inning with no-hitters. Kyle Freeland did it in 2017 and lost it. German Marquez did it in 2021 into the ninth inning but lost it. So Nomo stands alone, the only no-hitter in that ballpark's history. Snell to Kepler. 2-2. Blake's got a no-hitter on his resume last August in Cincinnati. 11 strikeout, no over the Reds. His 2-2 to Kepler is a curve that swung through and missed. That is 9 Ks for Blake Snell and 20 in his last 2 starts.
And how about the curveball getting over 70% of those strikeouts? I mean, you see how he's utilized it. Sometimes it's look more slider-like there, more traditional, coming from high, finishing off low. Unhittable pitch this game.
A ball on Otto Kemp. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And it's just 1 for 8 in this series. And a 1-0 pitch takes inside for ball 2. To short and Betts. 2 out. Striking out more than half of the hitters in his last 2 starts. And say what you will about the last one being against the Colorado Rockies, it's kind of the same story as Emmett Sheehan, where it's like, yeah, he's coming off a great game, but it was the Rockies. Well, this is the Phillies, a team that's won 15 of 19, largely because of the way they've hit. They've hit 2 home runs a game in that time. They've scored over 6 runs per game. One and one on Wilson. Being the starters, the biggest reason, even with all the frustrations and struggles in other areas throughout the summer, the biggest reason for optimism going into October. Put yourself in the shoes of the other team. You don't want to face this starting rotation. 2-2.
And knowing that part of the starting rotation will be the bullpen, will be a part of the one weakness. So you think about, too, like how opposite this team is from where they were a year ago. A starting rotation that was kind of duct taped together, trying to find anyone that could throw. And now you've got so many guys that the problem is okay, well, who's going to start and then who's going to move to the bullpen? And by the way, everyone who starts can go in, no hit you, dominate you. No chance of hitting a ball right now the way they've pitched the last month of the season.
Snell on the verge of double-digit Ks. There it is right there. Finishes off Wilson with a changeup. You're not going to need that anymore anyways. He's down on strikes, and Blake Snell has 10 Ks over 5 scoreless. Halfway home in a 3-0 game.
With an exclamation point. 3,000 fans in attendance will take home a Clayton Kershaw 3,000 strikeout bobblehead. Presented by Archer Meat Snacks. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Kershaw lined up to start Friday's game against San Francisco. Kershaw against Robbie Ray as Ohtani finds himself in an 0-2 hole against Luzardo. How about the matchup for the first game of that Giants series tomorrow night? Yamamoto against Webb. Ohtani looking to reach for the first time against Luzardo. Not going to happen this time. Down on 3 pitches. Luzardo with his 4th.
Changeup right at the bottom of the zone.
So still waiting for the 2 longest on-base streaks in the majors to continue. Both Betts and Ohtani have reached them 21 in a row coming in. Ohtani's 0 for 3, Betts 0 for 2. But the Dodgers have this 3-0 lead thanks to the bottom of the order. Now Freddie Freeman homered out of the cleanup spot, but from there, 6 through 9, 4 hits combined. They've knocked in 2. They've scored 2. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but you always see your own warts. You always see the warts of the team that you watch every day. But if you talk to people on the other side, they look and they see the Dodgers starting rotation and they say, no, thank you. They look and see the lineup, and you can tell them, as somebody that's watched the Dodgers every day, this offense hadn't been very good all summer. And from the other side, they're still going to say, I don't care one bit.
Yes.
I don't want to face Ohtani and Betts and Teoscar and Freeman.
No, by the way, Will Smith will be back in this lineup as well.
Line out to short, 2 away.
And that's what's crazy to think. It's the offensive production. They haven't even had their best batting average hitter this year. And Will Smith, who's been out, hopefully will come back and return here soon. Dave Roberts was talking about that pregame to Kirsten Watson.
Roller to third and Kemp. And Luzardo's got a 1-2-3 fifth. World Champion Dodger Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor. Serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes for 70 years. 2 in the second, 1 in the fourth for the Dodgers. They lead 3-0 to the top of the 6th. 9-1-2 for the Phillies against Snell. That's upstairs and a ball on Bryson Stott. Blake Snell has struck out 10. He's not walked anybody over these 5 scoreless innings. One ball, one strike.
Bryson Stott with the first hit of the game. I mean, just literally poked a fastball, kind of a 3/4 swing, just try to put the ball in play, hit it into left field. Not seen a lot of big swings. Protective swings like that last one.
Snell looking to match his last outing with a season high 11 strikeouts. Guy that has the highest strikeout rate in baseball since he broke in, now in his 10th year. Fires a 1-2 pitch. That's low. From Tampa Bay to San Diego to San Francisco last year. And the first of a 5-year contract with the Dodgers. Here's his 2-2. And it's full. Snell's 3-2. Curve is popped into center field. Routine for Tommy Edman, and the first out of the 6th.
I love what he did there. The curveball he threw prior, ball 3, you could tell he just didn't have great grip on it, so he almost just slowed it down a little bit more, a couple miles an hour less. Threw it in for a strike, said, all right, try to hit this thing as far as you can. Well, it was to shallow Tommy Edman in center.
Back to the top of the order, and Harrison Bader. 32-year-old Blake Snell comes home with a fastball for a strike. A baseball family. His dad Dave pitched in the minors with Kansas City and Seattle back in the 1980s. Coach Blake and his 3 brothers didn't just stop there, though. He took his love of baseball, his love of coaching, and started a big travel ball program in a facility when Blake was in junior high that has grown into one of the biggest travel ball programs in Seattle. Blake's involved in that in his off seasons. 1-2 on Bader.
He is, and he's hands-on. I mean, I live in the Northwest, and you go to Seattle in the off season, and you'll see Blake with the kids around them, just interacting, answering questions. It's not like he's making appearances. He's there to help.
Passing along baseball lessons, passing along the lessons he learned as a kid. We mentioned his dad Dave, his mom Jane. Is 1-2 to Bader. Got a chase for strike 3, and his 11th strikeout of the game. That is back-to-back 11K performances for Snell.
Joe, look at where this ball ends up. And the reason Harrison Bader is chasing it is because how it looks like you can hit it. It bounces in front of home plate. Bader already deciding to swing, and by the time he's midway through, it's a this isn't going to happen for me moment. But that's how good the pitch has been late.
Wipe out stuff tonight. Kyle Schwarber, who he's K'd both times, swings and misses. Wanted to go after it, couldn't, didn't. 1-1.
Joe, the stuff is so good. Similar to last night, right? Shohei Ohtani, no hit, 5 innings. Phillies just had swords like this where it's just caught in between. You kind of feel for whoever has to come in next. I mean, that's when the Phillies are going to celebrate. When they don't have to face this stuff anymore.
Goes without saying, you will take every out you can get right now from your starter. Snell threw a season high 104 against the Rockies his last time. He's at 88 here. It's only pitched into the 7th one time. Let's go over 2-2. Schwarber bounces it along first and foul.
Schwarber taking his time, getting back in the box. Shaking his left hand.
Here he comes with another 2-2. Schwarber gets up on top of that ball, sends it in the air to deep right center field. It will come down to Teoscar Hernandez and finish off 6 scoreless innings for Snell. Dodgers have a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Freddie Freeman started it all with a home run in the 2nd.
Absolutely crushed fastball inside. A beautiful job. Taking that pitch. He'll see that sinker again in the same location. Furthest part of the field out in dead center.
It was a sweeper. And it's headed in that same direction. Not nearly as much on it, though. And Freeman's the first out of the 6th. Been a well-pitched ball game. Blake Snell, though, the clear edge over Luzardo with his 6 dominant innings and still left in the tank for a 7th.
Everything is working. That's what's so impressive with Blake when he's on. All 4 pitches. Talk about the put away percentage for each one being high, and that's rare. Usually a guy has 1 or 2 that gets up into that, but when you're with 2 strikes against Blake, you know that he could go to any one of those and strike you out. Luzardo's a little different story. We talked about just he doesn't love his fastball. He'll use it, but that's not the pitch he leans on.
Smoked to 3rd and caught by Kemp. Edman retired, 2 away. And it brings up Rojas. The Dodgers have the 2 run-scoring innings in this game. The rest of the innings have been 1, 2, 3. Kind of the same deal as last week. Not quite as drastic, where Luzardo gave up the 4 runs in the first inning, nothing after that, but we've had these innings where the Dodgers got the 2 runs in the 2nd. They had the little 2-out rally in the 4th to get a run. No base runners outside of that. comes home with a 2-0. It's a good change. Down the line, foul.
Barely. He's kind of hung for an extra second. Thought it'd sneak its way in on the line. Nice hands out there in left field.
Also a tarp sighting on that replay. What's this I'm hearing about rain?
I mean, come on.
Believe it when I see it.
Don't do that either. Texting us earlier today, it was like 85 outside, not a cloud in the sky.
Luzardo shaken a few times. Fires a payoff. Chopped off the hands to third. Kemp is there, and the trend continues. When he's been good, he's been really good. 1-2-3 inning. Back out there goes Snell. The Performance Spotlight brought to you by Nissan. Blake Snell, his last 2 starts, 22 Ks, back-to-back 11 strikeout performances. And he heads out there for the 7th inning. Bryce Harper leads off and takes ball 1.
One of the coolest things that I love watching about Blake Snell is just the fact that he calls his own game and the uniqueness that is. You'll see him kind of go back and forth with Ben behind the plate. There's times Ben will call it, and then there's times that Blake will go to literally that scouting report you see in the back left pocket. He'll pull it out, look at it, check it out. You just don't see that from starting pitchers.
Roller to second, easy play for Rojas, and the first out of the 7th. Dodgers starters the last 11 games have a 1.77 ERA. Strikeout stuff. They're averaging 12 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched in that time. One away in the 7th. Real Muto to the plate. And when you looked at the start of the year at the roster and You envision what it could be. Could they make a run at the all-time wins record? Obviously, it has not gone like that. But one of the areas where you thought, my goodness, this could be scary, the starting pitching, that's manifested as they've gotten healthy. They haven't had that the whole year. But you're looking at a rotation right now like you were thinking about early on. There's Edman to the wall to pull it in. Real Muto gave it a ride, but Tommy Edman with a smile on his face hauled it in.
How many times did he turn on that? I mean, that's the most impressive part. Is he turns, okay, first the wrong way. Now I'm going to switch over to my other shoulder. Oh, shoot, now it's back over here. Let me cross over. I mean, that is athleticism with the wall coming to know where it's at and make the finish barely. Great play by Tommy Edman.
2 up, 2 down in the 7th. Castellanos swings and misses.
Switch hitter, switch fielder. Tommy's doing it all. Ankle looks pretty dang good, too.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you my spin move.
Totally. I mean, he looks like running a route that got crossed up, turned back around. And that's going to happen, especially as a center fielder. It's how you recover, and he did it beautifully.
The 1-1 pitch. It's ball 2 on Castellanos. Snell about to reach 100 pitches for the 2nd consecutive outing. First 2 times this year. Here's his 2-1. 2-2 as he got a swing and a miss on the change.
There's Blake looking at his scouting report. Puts it back in his pocket. I mean, Joe, you do not see that. See, like outfielders look at positioning. I mean, in count 2-2. Now I'm going to tell you exactly what I want to throw.
Castellanos takes and it goes full. Here's his 3-2. First walk of the game.
Look how frustrated he gets, too. I mean, that's how much he wanted that. He's shocked one, he doesn't get the chase for once, especially against Castellanos. Then he thinks it's a strike.
Left fielder Max Kepler.
So the inning kept alive. Kepler comes up, swings and misses at the first pitch. And you know, there's some pride about having a no-walk performance for a guy who has dealt with issues when it comes to walks throughout his career. That close to going 7 full innings without one. Resets his focus on Kepler. And it's a ball and a strike on him. Alex Vesia. Ball 2. Go
back to the card. All right, this is what I want to throw. Go to the belt. This is what I'm going to tell you I'm going to throw. Let's see what he wants. Seen more curveballs in the dirt in this inning.
Crowd trying to get him over the finish line. Here's his 3-1. That's back-to-back walks with 2 gone in the 7th. And the Phillies get the tying run to the plate here. They're going to have Rortvedt go out to talk to him. Otto Kemp is due up.
Now, just his emotions, his passion, you can tell how bad he wants this. Get through 7 innings. Does not want to come out of this game.
Well, you know, he knows what the visit is for. It's to buy a little time for Vesey to get a few more throws in, and usually this is followed by Dave Roberts coming out and making the change.
The body language. Oh.
Here he comes, and this is not going to be a popular sight for this Dodger Stadium crowd. Blake Snell's telling him, stay back there.
Yeah, I got it. Does this not have all the Tampa Bay? Yeah. Flashbacks to the World Series against the Dodgers. He did not want to come out. How about that?
Yeah, in this situation, he can't. Vesey was already headed out there. Get back there, Alex.
He's going to play left field. He was already past left field.
I think everybody kind of reading the room right here. Blake Snell knowing that his team needs this. Dave Roberts looking his pitcher in the eye and saying, you got it. Tying run at the plate, 2 gone in the 7th. Blake Snell asks for this opportunity and goes to work. Started him with a change that missed low. Ball 2.
I kind of feel like Otto Kemp's just straight take right now.
Ooh.
Maybe not. Would have been the one to hit, though. If you're swinging 2 out, pitcher's trying to find the strike zone, you decide to green light yourself. You're looking fastball. He misses it. He's late.
2 on, 2 out. 3-0 game, top of the 7th. Snell to Kemp with a 2-1. Curve grounded by the bag, foul, strike 2.
Oh. Does this not feel like a 9th inning October? I mean, just Blake Snell wants this so bad for his team, for this bullpen.
Snellzilla delivers. He finishes off 7 scoreless innings with his 12th strikeout of the night. Stand and stretch. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Sit and Sleep, SoCal's most trusted mattress store. So hot, get some music. Leads off this bottom of the 7th. Blake Snell finishes off 7 scoreless innings with a 12th strikeout. Snell and Dave Roberts and this Dodger Stadium crowd, I'm sure all you sitting back at home watching, feeling the moment and feeling October coming.
Coolest thing I've seen all year.
Wow.
That moment. Yes. And I know it's not a big home run and it isn't what you think, but to watch him fight to stay in this game when all we've talked about leading in October is knowing what the bullpen has done, how much they needed him, and how much he wanted that ball. Plus the history. I mean, everyone thinks of Blake Snell wanting to stay in that World Series game. He gets pulled, they lose, and
Pages to center field. Bader will flag it down. And he said to Dave Roberts, no, 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 no. He's mine. Dave Roberts is coming out to make the change. Snell falls behind 2-0, comes back to strike out Kemp, his 12th of the game. And Dave Roberts, who put his faith in his big left-hander, goes over and thanks him for delivering after asking for the chance to do so. If you beg for a chance to stay in the game, you take on a responsibility to get the guy. And the 12th strikeout of the day ties the most for a Dodger starter this year, tying him with Tyler Glasnow, had 12 against Minnesota back in July.
It's one of those you put in your back pocket, and when we're talking about this team and some of the magic that's going to happen, some of the things that are doing, you're going to look back to this moment. And this is one of those pivotal moments where you just kind of find leadership. You find that peace, that passion. It's unbelievable.
Luzardo strikes out Hernandez. Rare is the game these days in baseball where you see both starters potentially going 7 full innings. Luzardo gave up the 2 runs in the 2nd, the 1 run in the 4th. He was perfect in the 1st, the 3rd, and he's been perfect since the 4th.
Sat down 9 straight. Since going back to that 4th inning, so 8 straight.
You were right.
Oh, 9.
Yeah. Roard Vet. And so from here, it'll be up to the bullpens. Ryan Kirkering ready for the Phillies. Alex Vesia, we know he's ready. He's already tried to come in. He's halfway in.
He ran past Pages in left field.
They actually have to keep that gate locked or he would come in between every hitter. Thinking it's my
Wait,
now, coach.
Ready. Come on.
Now, Skip. Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Who unlocked the gate? Strike 2 on Wordfet.
About an exclamation point in the night for Blake Snell. Wow.
Jesus Luzardo finishes his day by retiring 10 straight. World champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times. Dodgers 3, Phillies nothing. Blake Snell strikes out 12 over 7 scoreless innings, and it is off to the bullpen. Alex Vesia takes over here. Phillies have 8-9-1 coming up. It's a strike on Weston Wilson. Vesia came on for the 8th inning in the first game of this series and gave up a home run to Bryce Harper.
Pitch like 6 inches above the strike zone. I mean, it's not a bad pitch. It's actually kind of what Vesia lives on. Fastball's elevated. Slider off of it.
He's struck out 5 of the 10 hitters that he's faced since coming off of the injured list. Here's 1-1 to Wilson. Is swatted to second and caught by Rojas.
Shortstop, Bryson Stott.
1 gone in the 8th. Up comes Stott. 1 for 2 in this game. One of just 2 hits the Phillies got against Blake Snell. For Stott, all he needed to extend his on-base streak to 18 games. One of the top hitters in the Phillies lineup in the second half. First one from Vesia. A little bit low. Woodford tried to get the call there. Didn't from Nestor Seja. Padres already won tonight, and so the Dodgers trying to maintain a 2-game lead in the division. Dodgers only 6-8 in this month of September, but the saving grace is that the Padres are 7-8 in September. Teams came into today with the same record this month. It's like, who wants it?
Blake Snell does.
Yeah. 2-1. All these starters have been really good. Today, though, did feel like an extra edge to Blake Snell. Not that he ever lacks it, but just an elevated level of intensity, it felt like, given the stakes, given what has happened the last few nights. Like it took it personal to get as deep into this game as he could and take as much off of the pen as he could.
Mad he was about the 1 walk. His line tonight is ridiculous. Just look at the starting pitching last 11 games, but even in this series, Phillies hitters are 3 for 56 with 24 Ks. 0.054 batting average, and look at the dudes that are in this lineup. I mean, just an intensity from Snell. That's just the starting pitchers. Ohtani, Sheehan, and Snell.
3-2 on Stott. Here comes Vesia.
Always intense, so it's hard to tell if he's kicked it up a notch too, but it kind of feels like it.
Yeah, there's no other notch.
I don't know if there was one, he would find it.
Stott lifts a fly ball to right center field. Hernandez on the run. He's there. Teoscar Hernandez defensively, first step has been a whole lot better over the last month or so. The grades have been better. All the advanced metrics have shown favorably on him. Tracked a lot of ground right here.
Yeah, this was a great catch. I mean, him getting into this gap, hard hit ball, 95 miles an hour. But you're right, it's the first step and the angle he takes with that. Looked like a double off the bat, took it away.
2 up, 2 down for Vesia in the 8th. Back to the top of the order, and Harrison Bader. Strike 1. And then the question will be who handles the 9th inning. Worry about that when we get there. Cross that bridge when we get there.
There's already been so much use in this series, too. Talked about the negatives of it, but Bonda was the opener and he came in again last night. Treinen in both games. Jack Dreyer, both games.
Well, you figure, especially if Vesia can finish off the inning right here, chances are it's going to be Tanner Scott with lefties and Schwarber and Harper due up. The 1-2 from Alex Vesia.
Lead swing, Harrison Bader.
Vesia tries again. Popped up. Left side of the diamond for Kike Hernandez. Alex Vesia with a 1-2-3-8.
Come out tomorrow night and get your Tyler Glasnow bobblehead. First 40,000 fans in attendance. Presented by Nikaido. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Dodgers looking for insurance here. Ohtani will lead off, and Jesus Luzardo stays in to face him. Having retired the last 10, this is probably going to be his last hitter here. One more lefty-lefty with the righty Kerkering ready. For the Phillies in the top of the ninth, Schwarber, Harper, Real Muto. And Tanner Scott has started to warm. Ohtani, the last crack at extended his on-base streak right here. Same thing for Mookie Betts coming up. Both those guys 0 for 3. Two and two. Another game where Luzardo gives up a few runs early and then settles in. Retired the final 22 that he faced last week. Ohtani smashes a ball right center field. It is gone, and 51 He's homered in back-to-back games. He's hit 51 for the year after 54 in his first year with the Dodgers.
Number 51, 2 strikes, a sweeper left hanging. Shohei Ohtani has another run for the Dodgers here in the top of the ninth.
After the game, stay tuned for Access Sportsnet Dodgers, presented by Mercury Insurance. Shohei Ohtani's 51st home run of the year has made it 4-0 here in the 8th.
Another monster blast, and how about 5 of the 6 hits tonight for the Dodgers coming with 2 strikes. Much of the story throughout the season, but just so impressive what they can do.
Ohtani's extended his on-base streak to 22 games with his home run. Betts trying to do the same. 0 for 3. Has homered against Kerkering before. And here he's ahead 2-1. Now that home run takes a little bit more pressure off of the bullpen. And at this stage, everything you can do to accomplish that, to allow them to get their footing, regain their confidence. Dodgers working it from both sides today. They got the 7 innings from Blake Snell, minimize the amount that you need to cover with the pen. And the more you can grow that lead, more wiggle room. Phillies go to Arizona from here. Dodgers welcoming the Giants tomorrow. Again, playing 3 with San Francisco over the weekend. Betts lays off and the count goes full. Kerkering's payoff. Hit foul. Goes by Orion. Real name Richard Kerkering III. They have all got middle names. They all go by their middle names. He's named after the great hunter in Greek mythology, the Zeus placed in the stars. You can look up there and see the hunter Orion.
Especially the belt. Most noticeable part.
So Ryan's got a belt too. Fly to left center field. Just kind of hooked this one off of the barrel for the first out of the 8th.
Just missed it. Sounded like he Just got underneath. Oh.
One away. Teoscar Hernandez up. Kerkering, 24 years of age, 2+ years in the majors already. And he's been a really good one for them, a 2.61 ERA. His 0-1 pitch in the dirt for ball. Just outside. Three and one. Then a walk for Hernandez. Old Dodger Lou Trevino. Here's Freddie Freeman. The other bookend to Ohtani's home run was Freddie's in the second. Ohtani hit 51, Freddie 21. One shy of his total last year. Tied with the amount that he hit his first year with the Dodgers. Smacks a base hit up the middle. Hernandez goes first to third. And Freeman will throw on the brakes. They're at the corners with one away.
Fights a sweeper off the hands. Back up the middle.
First and third, one gone. Tommy Edmonds trying to join the hit party. 0 for 3 in this game. He and Betts, the only guys in the starting lineup that haven't reached.
His last at bat from the right side, it hit a ball 108 miles an hour straight into the glove. Otto Kemp at third base. Some hard contact.
Infield in for this 1-1 pitch. This is for ball 2. Three and one on Edmund. Full count. Edmund cranks a high line drive to right field. Castellanos going back, makes a leaping catch. Heck of a play by Nick Castellanos, but it's a sac fly for Tommy Edman, and it's 5-0.
Castellanos had it in him. This is a great read, understanding out of the wall. Beautiful catch. Getting 3 feet off the ground. Taking away an extra base hit from Tommy Edman. Another hard hit for him taken away. 2 in a row.
Yeah, Castellanos, one of the worst defenders in baseball, but climbs the ladder right there. So 2 gone in this 8th, 2 runs in the bank. Didn't get the call. Ball 3.
It's been an interesting series of how the Dodgers have gotten their production. I mean, a whole lot of hits, but their runs have come in 8 home runs and 5 sacrifice flies.
Three-2 to Rojas is in for strike 3. Dodgers get a couple big insurance runs here in the 8th. Ohtani hits his 51st. It's 5-zip to the 9th. World champion Dodger baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Check out the full lineup of stylish, powerful trucks and SUVs. It's time to see Ford in a new light. A couple big insurance runs for the Dodgers there in the bottom of the 8th, and so Tanner Scott has a nice cushion here, 5-0 to the top of the 9th. And the big hitters coming up for the Phillies made it that much more important the Dodgers tack on. Strike 1 on Kyle Schwarber. Harper and Realmuto to follow. Scott, after giving up the big swing in San Francisco over the weekend, last 2 games, has not given up a base runner. And Dave Roberts pointed to his slider as he feels like much improved. Now tries to go 3 consecutive scoreless appearances for the first time since June.
One of those appearances. Game 1 of this series came in the 9th. A game that went extras. A big part of what he did. Sat down 3 consecutive batters for a scoreless 9th.
Strikes out Schwarber for the first out of the 9. And there's that slider at 93.
Exactly what you said. The biggest part of his improvement. After you've thrown it front door, he comes around. You see the bat of Schwarber. That's the pitch that he hit for a home run in Game 1. No chance there on the slider.
Dave was saying, remember how uncomfortable our hitters looked against him when we faced him last year? The hitters just have looked too comfortable. So that's what he wants Tanner to go up there and try and do right now. Try and make them feel as uncomfortable as he can. Get back to whatever that was you were doing last year that led to that. There's 1-0 to Bryce Harper. This is in for ball 2.
Yeah, that sword stat, right? That's new to Major League Baseball. It would be exactly what you're saying when you have swings that just make you look like you don't know what you're doing and you're a Major League player. Tanner Scott led one of the highest relief pitchers in that category last year. Hitters always caught in between.
Walks him on 4 pitches. You know, Dave talks about the bullpen collectively needing to find confidence. Tanner certainly right at the top of that list. You can just see in his post games, and he's always in there. When he's had these struggles, when he's had the late game problems, he's always in there to answer questions, and you can just see it on his face. You can read it in his quotes how tough it's been on him mentally. He's called it the worst, most difficult season of his life. Remember, this is a guy who, at first, it's not like he was mowing through people. So when he says this is the most difficult season he's had, you know this has gone to a really deep place. Because you look at his rookie season, he had a 5.40 ERA. That statistically is worse. But when you consider the expectations that he has for himself, the expectations that come with the deal that he signed, context to that has made this a real challenge for him.
Rourke doing a great job stealing a strike.
Strike 2. Scott to Real Muto with a 2-2 pitch. Just missed in.
He had gotten that call for the first 2 strikes of this at bat. It's just consistency. It's a place he goes right back to, thinking he's going to get it again.
Now a payoff. Real Muto lines the ball to left field. Pages is there. 2 gone in the 9th. Five runs on 7 hits for the Dodgers. No runs on 2 hits for the Phillies. Dodgers over the first 143 games this year had 3 games where they held the opponent to 2 hits. If this line holds, this should be the 3rd time in the last 9 that they did that. Strike 1 on Castellanos. Off the hand, shallow center field. And a base hit for Castellanos to put him in 1st and 3rd. And so, though, 2 runs there in the 8th inning looming large here. Phillies still with work to do to get the tying run to the plate with insurance that the Dodgers collected. It's Kepler with 2 on and 2 out. Strike 1. Got the call that time, and it's 0-2. Popped up left side. The Dodgers pitch a shutout and take the finale from the Phillies 5-0. 7 dominant innings from Blake Snell, leading to the Dodgers' 2nd shutout over the last 7 games. Ohtani hits his 51st, and the Dodgers keep the Padres at arm's length, maintain a 2-game lead.
Still bookmark that moment in the 7th inning. Blake Snell told Dave Roberts, I want this ball. I want this batter. I want to finish this 7th inning. That led to Vestia and Scott and a win and a shutout. A huge moment for this Dodger team to cap off what's been a great series.
Giants come in tomorrow for the first of 4. For Jessica Mendoza, Kirsten Watson, the rest of our crew, Joe Davis saying so long from Dodger Stadium. It'll be Yamamoto and Webb tomorrow for Game 1. For now, stay tuned. It's Access Sportsnet Dodgers after a 5-0 Dodger win.
Dodgers brought to you by Mercury Insurance. John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr. Nomar Garcia Park. Finally, we've got a lively crowd. They can celebrate a Dodger victory as they got a much-needed win in front of 50,859 here at the Ravine. They salvaged 1 out of 3 against the NL East champion Philadelphia Phillies. 9th shutout win of the season. Freddie Freeman, 21st home run of the season, gave the Dodgers their first lead. Shohei added his 51st home run, but Jerry, this night was all about Blake Snell, his 7 shutout innings, a season-high 12 strikeouts, a season-high 112 pitches, and he showed he's got that dog in him.
He definitely has that dog in him. Snellzilla was on one tonight, had everything working against a very talented lineup, and I love the interaction he